Hey guys, it's Misty, and I have a quick book haulish thing for you. This is actually from the last 2 weeks because I was in the middle of Fairy Tale Fortnight, and I didn't want to break up the videos for that with any kind of haul. But I did get a few books in the last few weeks, and they all look really good, and I've sort of gotten to the point where as much as I love getting books in the mail, I'm kind of hoping I don't get any more, because I have so many books that I want to read and need to read. And should be preparing for Jane in June, which I think is actually going to be like Jane in August, the way things are going. So, yeah. Here's what I got. From Tim at the Bumblesbee channel, I got Iona by Allison Goodman. This is a sequel to Eon, which I have. Of course it's at the bottom of the stack. Which I have. I haven't read it yet, though. But I've heard really good things about it from a lot of people. And one person whose reviews I trust on All Matters Fantasy is Tamra Pierce, who is an author, and she rated it highly. Plus, someone kind of compared it to one of her books, the Song of the Lioness series, because the main character dresses as a man to get ahead and get her position in life and go sort of questing. And I love books where the main character has to cross-dress to do what they want to do. We've talked about it before. It was in a book chat. So anyway, this is the sequel to Iona. Obviously, I can't read Iona until I read Eon. I thought Eon was a beast, but Iona is even beastlier. The rest of the books I got were for review, and they all came from Little Brown, who I love. The Drowned Cities by Paolo Bacigalupi. This, too, is a sequel, but I believe it's more of a companion. At least that's what I'm hoping. It is a sequel/companion to Shipbreaker, which I also have. Here's Shipbreaker. And again, I haven't read this one yet, even though I've really been wanting to. So I guess I'm going to try to read this first. I don't know. I gotta kind of decide that and figure it out, because if this is just a companion, I could read this first. And it wouldn't really matter, but I hate reading things out of order even if they are companions, because what if I'm missing some kind of like in-joke, or I don't think this is a very jokey series, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I gotta figure that one out. If anyone knows, let me know. But anyway, once again, the sequel is much beastlier. Purity by Jackson Pierce. Now this one I was a little bit hesitant about because it is contemporary, and it also deals with religion and the idea of trying to live up to some sort of moral code and waiting until marriage and all that jazz. And as I've said before, I am not religious, so for me a book like this is all going to depend on how it's done. I don't mind books about religion, and I don't mind books that have religious characters. I'm not anti-religion just because I'm not religious. So it all just kind of depends on whether it seems heavy-handed, or like it's talking down to people or trying to convert people. Things like that will really put me off. But if it's just, you know, a snippet of this girl's life as she's trying to deal with things and figure out herself, then that sounds good. So it could really go either way, and I'm not sure which way it will go. But with Jackson Pierce, I'm assuming it will go the latter, otherwise I wouldn't have wanted to read it. And lastly, I got Revive by Kat Patrick. I really love this cover. It's really interesting and intriguing. This one is a sort of dystopian book about a government drug called Revive that is used to revive people from the dead. And the main character, Daisy, has died 5 times, I want to say, and she's only 15, so they are using this drug on her. And each time they do, it means a new name, a new town, a new life, which sounds like a really cool, neat concept, and I'm curious to see where it goes. It also reminds me a little bit of the book that I'm reading right now, which is slated, and it's buried on my bed somewhere right now, so I'm not going to grab it. But in that, the main character has been slated multiple times, meaning her memory has been wiped, and she's had to start over again and again. So 2 sort of similar concepts that are really completely different, and I'm curious to see kind of how they compare to each other. I want to say this comes out soon, if it's not already out. And for the other 2 that I forgot, let me check on that. Okay, so Revived comes out May 1st, which is tomorrow if you're watching this on the day that I post it. Drowned Cities comes out May 1st as well, and I'm going to have a giveaway up on the blog if I didn't already tell you that. And Purity is out. It came out April 24th, so you can already pick this one up. So that's what I got in the last 2 weeks. Let me know what you think of everything I got, and if there's anything you definitely want to read or have read and have opinions on, let me know in the comments. Hopefully I will be reviewing all of those fairly soon, because I think that all of those are going to actually end up in my TBR for May. So check that video out tomorrow, because I will be posting it then. And until then, that's all for me. Happy reading. You know, I should really start doing these things after the mail and UPS has run. I think this is like the 6th video in a row when I've been like, oh, me again, got something else. So, hey, me again, got something else. From Strange Chemistry, I got Blackwood by Gwenda Bond. Strange Chemistry is a new imprint for Angry Robot, which is in the UK, kind of science fiction-y. And Blackwood is on the roster for their, I guess, inaugural titles. I'm sure there's a word for it, but I don't know it. So this one comes out in September. I think with all of the rest of the Strange Chemistry titles, they're all coming out kind of late summer, early fall. So I won't be reading this one until much, much closer, probably August, maybe even September. And maybe I'll have some kind of something or other, giveaway, interview, guest post, something. It sort of takes on the tale of the Lost Colony, Roanoke Island, and sort of brings it to a modern day audience. So it sounds pretty good. I really like this cover. It comes out in September from Strange Chemistry, so look it up, add it to your Goodreads, whatever. And lastly, I got something from Ashley from What's Your Story, which is a YA blog, and she made these cute little bookmarks for her blog and was talking about them on Twitter and asked if anyone wanted one, and I was like, well, yeah, they're adorable. So she sent it, and I just want to show you the envelope before I open it because it's adorable. I don't know if you can read it, but it says, "Oh wow, this envelope was sent to an awesome person." Isn't that adorable? So this is what the bookmark looks like. Her friend drew the girl, and then Ashley did the layout, and it says, "What's Your Story?" book reviews on the back. Really super cute. And then there's also a miniature business card. This says, "What's Your Story?" and on the back has all of her contact info. So if you haven't checked her out, you should. It's a really neat blog, and it now has awesome bookmarks, which I have been meaning to do forever for my own, so one of these days that'll happen. Okay, and that really is it for me. See ya!